Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Canada. And today I wanted to show you how to make some different cards from your paper pumpkin kit. So this is the March 2022 Beyond the Horizon paper pumpkin kit. And I've made a few of the alternates. So I made this and I turned it into a card. I don't have it here anymore. I think my husband took it, but it was really cute. I can put up a picture here. I really liked it. Anyway, so I made that card and I made the other cards that it suggests on here. So I made this one that says a little note and I've sent it out already. And I also made this one. I think I still have that one, so I could probably show it to you. Yes, I do. So I'm just gonna get that out of the way for a sec. This is one of the alternates that I made. Isn't it pretty? And today I'm also gonna make, so this one incorporated the Over the Horizon set from the mini catalog, the January to June. Today I'm also going to be incorporating that set. I will show it to you. It's so pretty and it is not carrying forward to the annual catalog. So if you want it, you have to get it until the end of June because that's how far this catalog goes. But it's so nice. If you like watercolor, you will like it. Here they've used parts of it there. Here it is. So it's called New Horizons Sweet Collection. It comes with, I'm just going to slightly zoom in here for a sec. So it comes with the stamp set, the dies, 2 different colored ribbons, these pebbles, which I think are just so cute. I haven't really used them yet, to be honest, but they're beautiful. And all of these dies, like I love this mountain layering piece that kind of goes on top here. You can do a lot with this if you use your imagination. So anyway, today I'm going to make a card that's not one that's shown. It's my own imagination. And yeah, I'll show you how to use some of the stuff from here. The only thing I'm using from the suite is the designer series paper. So yeah, I'll show you what we're gonna do. So you are gonna need the paper pumpkin kit to do this because you're gonna need the stamp set. It comes with 2 stamp sets. I'm gonna be using the flower images, the leaves, and the thanks greeting, which is right over there. So I'll just throw that in there. Put this to the side and let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a card base. I am using Pretty Peacock, which is a retired color now. They don't have it anymore. If you don't have Pretty Peacock, you can use Evening Evergreen because that will also match with the colors that we are doing. I'm just using this because I'm trying to use up all my paper because I don't use it enough and it's such pretty colors and paper. I don't know what I'm saving it for, but we're gonna stop saving now and we're just gonna start using. And that's really what you should do too. So I'm just gonna score my card base. It measures 5.5 by 4.25. So it's a letter-sized piece of paper, cut in half horizontally, scored vertically, and then just folded in half. So this is the standard size card base in North America. Okay, so there's that. The next thing we're gonna do is put on our layering pieces. So this is the paper I'm going to be using as my background. As you can see, it's gorgeous. It's really pretty. We're going to layer this onto the white and then we're going to layer both of those down onto the card. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to use crafter's tape. See, and if you look at the back, this is so pretty too. The paper that this suite comes with is just gorgeous. So I would really suggest picking that up if you want to have it in your collection. Just put a tiny bit up here too. Okay, so you want to take your piece of basic white cardstock, and all of this is just a quarter of an inch smaller. So the white panel is 5 1/4 by 4, and then the green one is 5 by 3 3/4. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now we're just going to layer this onto here. Make sure it's even on all sides before you put it down. If it's not exactly, you're okay, because that border there is very small, so you don't have to worry about it. Choose what side you want your card to open. Sometimes it kind of overlaps on the side here. As you can see, there's kind of a little bit there, so I am going to make it open this way. And this is going to layer right on top of here. So put that on. Oops. Okay. Just going to get that off of there before it dries on. Then it's super annoying. Okay, and then this is going to layer right on top. So again, make sure it's even on all sides before you actually push it down. Isn't that pretty? Just this could be a nice card if you wanted to put a word die or something over there. Okay, anyways, so moving on, the next thing we're gonna do, I have another piece of designer series paper that's gonna go down, and this is just the opposite side of the paper that I was using. So I've angle cut this, and it's just gonna go on top exactly like that. So no dimensionals or anything. And that's gonna layer right on top. So just line it up. I really want it to line up on the end here. That's probably the most important part for me. There. Just like this. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is stamp our flower. So I've got my flower here, and that's the second layer. And we're gonna be stamping in Pale Papaya. And I'm just gonna get a piece of white cardstock here. I think this is thick basic white. I'm just using it because I have a scrap of it. I made an odd sized card, and so I had some left over. So this is the image we're wanting to get. And so to do that, you have to stamp off. So I'm just gonna ink this up. Be careful not to ink up your fingers while you're doing this. Stamp once and stamp twice. There, isn't that really pretty? I know when you first look at it, it looks a little bit pale. It's kind of what I thought, but when that top layer gets on there, it brings it all together. So I'm just gonna clean that off, put it to the side. Then we're gonna take the top layer of the stamp, and as you can see, this flower is kind of like on its own over there, so the stamp goes this way. I'm just gonna ink that one up nicely as well. We're gonna bring it down here. Sorry, I have to get right on top of this just to see what I'm doing. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna cut this out. Actually, you know what? I'll do all the stamping and then I'll cut it all out. So there's one more thing I do need to stamp here. And it's these, not this, it's these leaves. And I'm gonna stamp that in, let's just see, Pretty Peacock, just to make it match with my card base. There, just like that. Yeah, and that is done now as well. So now I'm just gonna fussy cut all of this out. So I'm gonna speed through this part so you don't have to watch it. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so just like that, we are all done. And now we're gonna kind of start putting everything down. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I've brought in this piece from the paper pumpkin kit, and this is gonna go down first, just like that right over there. So I am going to put that on with some Tombow glue. And all we're gonna do is just put some dots where we want to put it down. You don't need a ton of glue for this. You don't want it to squeeze out. If you want to use glue dots, that's also a really good idea. But for me, this is the easiest thing to do. So we're just going to go ahead and put this down. And I am going to use my bone folder to kind of just push it down because I don't want to get glue all over my hands. And I like that it's like this because it's kind of loose, and that's always great. So now that that's down, I am going to use some ribbon that I got in my paper pumpkin kit, and I'm just gonna make it folded like this. And cut it right there at an angle. And this is just gonna go on right over here. So for that, I'm just gonna use my crafter's tape, and I'm gonna put just a tiny little piece of crafter's tape there. Just like that. Okay. And the next thing we're gonna do, just trying to decide which way I want to put this on. It's a big flower. I might not even use this piece, but I will stick my leaves in like this, I think. And then I have a piece from the gold ephemera pack that I'm also gonna kind of stick over there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue this down first. Or actually, I'm gonna stamp my greeting first. Should we do it in white or crumb cake? I don't know why, but I'm feeling the crumb cake, so I'm gonna do that. Or sorry, this is not crumb cake, it's Sahara Sand. So I'm also gonna do my greeting in, what is this color? Pretty Peacock. Ink up your thanks and put it down. And then I'm just gonna hand cut it out. This is actually a really big thing right now. Stampin' Up! Is going to be coming out with some dies that actually cuts out your word, so it's kind of cool. But I mean, it's just as easy to do it yourself. So that's done. And now we're just going to put everything down. So I think I want my thanks to be like just there. I want this to kind of be on top. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put this down and I'm going to do it on dimensionals. I'm going to use my mini dimensionals for this one because it's a smaller piece. Okay, and we're going to put that right kind of on top of the ribbon so we cover it up a bit, that corner. That's going to go on right there. I know I usually do the greeting last, but today I'm doing it first. Okay, so this is going to come on like this, and that's also going to be on dimensionals. Maybe not that part right there, but everything else. I'm just going to grab my big ones, if I have any. Oh, where are the big ones? These are mini. Okay, we're just going to use mini. So we're going to put the dimensionals on the top of the flower, but not near the end, near the thanks, because that part's already on dimensionals. So then it'll be like double if we do it that way. So yeah, just a little bit of Tombow glue is going to go there. Not a lot, just kind of spread it around. I'll move this out of the way and then just peel these off. Oh, the little ones, they just get stuck to me, like the backings, and then they're everywhere. I'm pretty sure my daughter's probably ate one of them. She's 2 now. It was her birthday on the weekend. And yeah, she's kind of stopped eating things, but she still will give some stuff a try if she gets to it quick enough. Okay, so this is just going to kind of go on like that. Perfect. I'm loving it. And then these, where do I want to stick these in? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So for these, I'm just going to use liquid glue again. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom like that. And we're just going to stick it in there. Do the same with this one. Tiny bit of glue. And just kind of stick it in so it's, you can see it, but it's not overtaking anything. And then this, I'm going to kind of put right there. So this you have to be careful with because it does show fingerprints. And so I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on the stem, and that's it. And don't worry, it's not going to fall out. There. Okay, Now the last thing, get some of this stuff out of the way here. Will this look good on here too? What do you guys think? No, it's too overpowering. I mean, it could go there if you really wanted it to, or there. You know what? I think I am gonna throw it on right there. I'll put that on dimensionals too. Just one is good, right in the middle. Let's just put it on like that. Perfect. And then I'm just gonna take my rhinestones that I got in the kit and throw some of those on. So where do I want it? I think one right there. Looks good. One right here. And one maybe right there. Okay. Actually, I might move this one around. Put it right there so it kind of stands out. There. So that is my card, my alternate paper pumpkin card. Actually, I'm going to throw more of these on because I just feel like they look good, especially on the lighter side. Throw one on right there. There. Okay. I rhinestoned it out. But anyways, this is my alternate card. The last thing you would have to do is put a panel in here and then maybe kind of stamp it on the inside, but I will save that for when I'm actually sending it out. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed my card. Thank you for watching, and I will be back next week to show you something different. Have a good weekend. Bye.